Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Kenyan American TV, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're new here, welcome, and feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit and don't forget to hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified every time I upload a video. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for for the love and support that you're showing me. So today, as we are gearing up to, DV 2025, the DV lottery, I thought I would, start to kind of get us prepared for, for the DV lottery. And one of the things that has really that causes a lot of people issues is when it comes to a photo. You can qualify for all those so many things, but if your photo is not correct, then unfortunately, you're not going to be able to win the DV lottery. And so it's very important for you to have the right, it's very important for you to have the right photo for you that you use for the application. Other than that, it's gonna make you be disqualified if you don't have the right photo. Then unfortunately that will take you out of consideration. So I'll kind of walk through some of the kind of basic things that you need in a photo, but then we'll go look at some examples of uh, you know photos that are good photos, and what to look for them. And I'll give you some websites on, if you have a passport photo already, that you can go and test those photos and see if they actually do qualify. So one of the requirements of a good DV lottery for an entrant is your photo needs to be in color. Okay, you need to have a colored photo. It cannot be black and white. It cannot be black and white, and it needs to be taken within the last 6 months. So it reflects the way you look. So it can be something. It can be a photo. It can be a TBT photo. One that you are going way back in time. It has to be a photo that was taken within the last 6 months. It can be the same photo that you used for DV 2024 or other lotteries. So your photo has to be within 6 months, and then it needs to be taken in a plain white or an off-white background. And so, if you have if you're taking it in a blue background, a green background, and yellow background, it doesn't qualify. It has to be a plain white or an off-white background. I know I'm kind of listing them out, but it'll be easier once we actually get to see what I'm talking about. But I'm just highlighting for you what is required. And then you need to kind of have a neutral facial expression with both eyes open. So you can't, and also too, you can your full face needs to be your full face needs to be seen. You cannot have a hat, or you cannot have a hat or something that is blocking your face. So your face needs to have a neutral facial expression, and both your eyes need to be open. You need to see your whole face in the photo. uh you should the picture should be taken in like normal clothing that you usually wear. Don't wear uniforms in your photos, except when you're talking about like religious clothing. Like if you normally wear a hijab. Hijabs, you can wear a hijab, but then I'll walk you through when you're wearing like a religious clothing like a hijab. It should not cover your face. uh, I'll walk you through that. So yeah, no hats, no head coverings, no, your hair can be like blocking your face. They need to see your full face. Your full face needs to be visible. It needs to be visible. No headphones or wireless, devices or any other things that you know uh that are not acceptable in the photo. No eyeglasses. So there's an exception for that if you've just had surgery for in your eyes, but normally they say No glasses, no glasses in your photos, no glasses in your photos. And so I'll walk you through kind of like the photo tool and what you should be looking for, what you should be looking for when you're taking your passport photo, and kind of what you need to look at, all right. So let me share the screen with you, and so that we can go through the photo tool. And I can share. Let me share my screen. All right. And can I make it bigger? Bigger. All right. So this is the travel.state.gov photo tool, and we'll kind of walk through some of the things that you kind of need to look for when it comes to photos. Okay. So here for basic examples, I don't know. Let me see if I can make it even bigger. Ooh. I think I made it too big that I got myself out here. Let me try and oh. Huh. That is bear with me. Technology. Where? Okay. So weird. Okay. So all right. I think you can see. I think you can see that. So basically, this is an example of 4 photos that would be acceptable photos. You can see in all of them they kind of have a white or an off-white background, and then you see this guy. You can kind of see his ears are not covered, his eyes are open. You can kind of see the full facial. You can see the full face. You can see the shoulders, and then the picture is proportional. See, the picture is proportional. It's like it's nicely centered. Same thing here. You can see the full facial. There's no hair covering, her face. Same as him, and then they kind of have a neutral expression. So see, they're not showing teeth. They're not making faces. You're smiling, but like she's smiling, but she's not opening her, she's not showing you her teeth. And then, so this is the lady in a hijab, and uh, you can see the full face. You can see like the full face. She's wearing the hijab, but you can kind of see the full face. This is how a good photo should be. Okay, let's go to the size. Let's go to the size and dimensions. So when you look at the size and dimensions here, uh, see, this is a good photo because he is centered, he is looking forward, and it's a good photo. He's looking forward. He's not tilting his head, or you can see his shoulders. His shoulders are visible. But then when you look at this other photo here of this guy, this photo is not good. Why? Because he's tilting his head and he's too close to the camera. You can't see his shoulders. That's not a proportional picture. And then this one too, this lady is you can see part of her shoulders, but it's her face is off to one side of the picture. It's not a proportional picture. This other picture too, she is too, it's like she is too far from the camera. So you can see more than the shoulders. You should only be able to see the shoulders, but you can see her hands in the picture. So these 3 are not good photos, okay? And then when it comes to pose and expression, when you look at these photos here, uh, you can see like I mean, she's kind of smiling, but you're not seeing any teeth, and she's looking straight, straight ahead to the camera, looking straight ahead to the camera. This guy here is not looking straight to the camera. He's almost, he's looking down. It's not a very good photo because the pose is not, the pose is not very good. This guy is smiling. Yeah, you're not supposed to be showing teeth and smiling. It's supposed to be the expression is almost, it's you're not supposed to be showing your teeth. You're not supposed to be showing your teeth. And then this guy here, you can tell he is looking, he's not looking straight to the camera. His face is his face is lifted up. So not good, not a good photo for you, pose and expression. And then we said no glasses, and all these four photos they're wearing glasses, so those do not qualify. They do not qualify. When it comes to hats or hairs, uh, it's this is the right way to wear the hijab, and the only clothing you can wear is like religious clothing. So this she's wearing a hijab, but her full face, you can see her full face. Her mouth is not covered. So this is not the correct way to do it, because here she's covering part of her face. So she's covering part of her face, so that's not a very good photo. This one, she's showing her face. All right. And then this one too, not a good photo. He has hairs that are covering part of his face. So uh not good. And then shadow and lighting. So I mean, you can kind of see here whether it's a filter that was used. This is not a very good photo. This is a good photo. It's clear, no shadow in the background. This one has bad lighting. This, this picture here of this lady is, first of all, she's kind of shadowed. She's shadowed. The lighting is not good. You can't see her face clearly. And then this lady here is overexposed to the light. When you go to the background, it's supposed to be a white or off-white background. So this is good. Uh, you can't have other things that are not white. So plants disqualified. This is a good photo because it's off-white. And then this guy here with maps, you can't have anything in the back that is not white or off-white or white. All right. And then when you're looking at these pictures, you might not see it clearly, but this picture here is blurry. It's very blurry. And then this is a clear picture. This is a pixeled picture. It's not clear, and the background too is not as good. The resolution is not good. This is another one that the resolution is not good. Not good. And then when it comes to kids, this can be, what do you call it? It can be challenging to take pictures of kids. But they usually say if you cover your car seat with like a white sheet, and then put them in the car seat, you can be able to take a picture as long as you can see their full face. So this is a good picture of the kid, as long as the kids too also should meet the requirements of the photo. So whether it's a car seat or however you decide to do it, should be a white or off-white background, and their full face needs to be visible. Yeah. So they can't have they can't have stuff in their mouth. They can't be, this is not a when it comes to proportion, it should be not, she's too far off the camera. And then here she's wearing, this kid is, has stuff, what do you call it? Is it a mouth, that mouthpiece? It's not a mouthpiece for kids. I have kids, but for some reason that name, what is it? Why did it just disappear? I don't know why it disappeared. But yeah, so they can't have stuff in their mouth. Their face needs to be clearly visible. And then so your face cannot have obstruction, so you can see her full face, no scarves that are covering your face, no hair covering your face, and uh, no mouthpieces or anything that is covering your face. So that's basically, kind of taking us through some basic examples of, photos. And I'll save this website for you. And then, so what you can do is, when you know when you're ready, you can choose to upload a photo. And then once you upload the photo, it can it'll let you know whether your photo meets the requirements of that, of having a good photo. So having a good photo, that's that. Let's look at some proportions. Let's look at some proportions when it comes to your photo. Let's look at some proportions when it comes to your photo. So they say that your photo needs to represent the full head from the top of the hair to the bottom of the chin. uh, the center, center the head with the frame, so the head needs to be at the center. And then the person, so you should have a neutral expression and facing the camera. So when it comes to like proportions, they say, the photo should be 2 inches by 2 inches. It should be a square. And then there's also like proportions. They say like the height of the head. So the height of the head, the top of the hair to the bottom of the chin should be, should measure 1 inch to 1 inch and 3/8 inches. Okay. And then the eye, so they're telling you the eye. So make the eye height between uh, 1 and an eighth inches to 1 and 3/8 inches. So from the eye, from the eye to the bottom of the picture should be that way. This looks technical, but it's pretty easy uh, to be able to tell once you put it in the right once you put it in some, there's some ways you can be able to check. Once you put it in some of the websites, I'll let you know. They'll check this for you. The photo needs to be a 600 pixel by 600 pixel. And then when they're talking about the size of the head, from the top of the head to the bottom of the chin, it should be between 50 to 69% of the total image height. Remember that your photo needs to be JPEG. This is an example of a good photo. Let's dive in even more uh, to talk more on that. So picture needs to be 2 inches by 2 inches. Needs to be within the last 6 months. Needs to be in color. Taken with a white or off-white background. You can take selfies, and don't filter or retouch your photos. All right. I think I wanted to also show some good some examples of photos. Let me see. Um, I can share this screen. All right. So this is, another, and I'll share all these links and put them for you. Share all these links and put them for you. They go talking about, the picture should be clear, no shadows in the background. Again, no glasses, sizing and positioning, the head is centered. When we talk about, the resolution and quality, it needs to be, it needs to be visible. You can't see like dots of printers or anything. No retouching. So you can see like his head, they've tried to retouch the background, and so it's cut out his head. So don't retouch your photo. Pose and expression. You're facing the camera with a neutral expression. So she's facing the camera with a neutral expression. Uh, if you're wearing a hijab, make sure your full face is visible. No hats, no hats or scarves that are covering your face. Background needs to be white or off-white background without shadows or any textures or objects or lines. And then for kids, you need to see the full, the face needs to be fully visible with eyes open, uh, with eyes open. So they're saying it is acceptable if your infant's eyes are not entirely open. That your picture can be can be good. And then it gives you examples of, for infants, a good photo for infants. Can be blurry, they can be looking aside, but they can be making, funny monkey faces, or covering their mouth, or blurry, or with with stuff in their mouth, or you visible in the background. So it needs to be them fully visible, and if possible with eyes open and an off-white background. Yeah. And yeah, so if you already have a photo, you can use the photo tool. This photo tool here. You can put in the photo, and it'll tell you whether it qualifies. So like if I try and upload a video, so it'll tell you your photo has been rejected because the minimum photo dimensions are, it needs to be 600 by 600 pixels. So my photo wasn't. Another website I wanted to, show you guys is it's this website. This is the DV Lottery photo checker. I'll also put it in the description, and you can be able to go check it out. So when you have your photo, you can go upload your photo. You try and do the same photo, and it'll tell you. So see, my KBs, kilobytes are okay, but the width and height is not okay. So it needs to be 600. Oh, let me make it bigger, that way you guys can see. Better. So yeah, you see it's giving me the warning sign that the image width or height is less than 600 pixels. So yep. So this is the DV Lottery photo checker, and then the other one, the other website is a free green card checker. So I like this other website better because it gives you more information on what is wrong with your photo, and it'll ask you a list of questions that you can be able to. So if I try and upload a photo, it'll so I try to upload a photo. It says, great, we got your picture. So my photo was square, but it wasn't, it wasn't 600 by 600 pixels. It was a 225 by 225 pixels, and it tells you, so it didn't exceed the 240, but my photo was like 4.7 KB. It needs to be at least 54 kilobytes. And then the photo was saved in JPEG file format, and the photo was in color. So yeah, and it tells you your photo failed the test. You can start over. So yeah, but if you go next, it's gonna give you more information on what's wrong. So in the picture on the left, are the eyes of the person on the photo located within the red dotted line? So yeah, you can say yes. And then it'll ask you, is the bottom of the chin now located within the green dotted area? So this is where the photo is trying to give you, making sure that the proportions are correct. So it looks, yes, it is. And then they'll ask you questions, are they wearing a hat or any head coverings not worn because of religious beliefs? You can say no. Is a person looking directly into the camera without tilting the head down or left? Yes, they are. Is the background of the photo neutral or light and in a light, bright color with no patterns or dark colors? Yes. Is the person in the photo in focus? Yes, they are. Is the person on the photo wearing glasses or any other objects? No glasses. Is the person's mouth closed? Yes. Are there any shadows in the pictures? No shadows. Has the picture been deformed, rotated, manipulated? No. Have you used the same photo in an earlier application? No. So yeah, and then you can finish. But this one, it already told us that my photo failed the test. My photo failed the test because of the things that were highlighted, the pixels. And so it tells you, see, we recommend that you visit a professional photo studio to have your picture taken that will meet the requirements of the DV lottery. It's really worth your efforts. As many participants are disqualified because of insufficient photographs. So you can see, and I'll put the links of those two, I'll put the links of those three photo checkers, in this video, and you can be able to check it and check your photo before the DV 2025, lottery opens in October. So it's going to be anywhere in beginning of October to the beginning of November. That's when the DV lottery runs. But you as long as your photo is within 6 months, so you can be able to start to work on your photo. Once you get your photo, use those tools, and they're going to tell you whether your photo is good or it doesn't qualify. And it's one thing to take care of to make sure that you're good. Otherwise, you get disqualified. Hopefully, this was helpful and educative, and let me know. We encountered some technical difficulties today, but don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and keep coming back for more. And I'll keep giving you more information. And as I said, I'm gonna try and be more consistent in this YouTube channel. Yeah, until next time, hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much. God bless you.